Ciao everyone, hope you're feeling well today. Please come to sit in Virasana hero pose. Your knees are bent, you're sitting on your heels. Try to keep your spine in a neutral position. Close your eyes if you're okay with it, otherwise keep a soft, relaxed gaze on the floor in front of you. Bring one hand on your belly and the other one on your chest. Taking a moment to fully arrive into the inner landscape of your own body. Noticing your own breath, this rising and falling sensation. There's no need to breathe in any special way, but try to stay present to a few more of your own inhalations and exhalations. Noticing the qualities of your own breath. Is it deep or shallow? Does it have a fast pace or a slow pace? Then join your palms in front of your heart center, and as a gesture of respect, bow in front of yourself. Then slowly come up, open your eyes if you haven't already. With your next inhalation, open your arms toward the ceiling and back, arching your spine, looking up. Exhaling, round your spine, close your elbows together, rounding your spine. And again, inhaling, initiating the movement from your pelvis and then the chest, expand, open your arms. Exhaling, rounding the spine. Really follow your own breath pace. We continue with this spinal movement for a couple of times more. Feel free to exhale through your mouth. Then slowly come back to a neutral position, roll forward. Come into a tabletop position with your hands, knees and feet on the floor. From here, we continue with the spinal movement. You can do the simple cat-cow, or maybe you can also move laterally, allowing a bit of freedom in this movement. Creating space in between the vertebrae. Maybe looking behind you or looking up. Almost like you're checking the perimeter around you. Allow the shoulders, the upper back, as well as the hips and the knees to respond to your spinal movement. And notice if you are falling into a pattern, like you're following the same movement all over again. And see if you can get a bit more creative. Break the pattern and find a new one. Most important, continue to breathe naturally in and out through your nose. Acknowledging your own breathing now. See if you can get even bigger with your movements, maybe moving a bit forward, engaging your core muscles and then sitting toward your heels. Then start waving back and forward in this way. tucking the toes and pressing up to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, and continue with the waves in here. Continue to breathe. And then next time you are in downward facing dog, stay there. Bending your knees, starting bouncing. You can bounce the whole legs, you can bounce only your buttocks. Maybe shaking your head as well. And then slowing down the movement, walking your feet all the way toward your hands. Stay in this nice forward fold, gaze toward your knees, hook the opposite elbow, gently swing side to side. Coming back toward the center and slowly releasing your spine, coming all the way up. Do some standing wave, so separate your feet hips apart. We initiate the wave from our tailbone. From our standing posture, bend slightly the knees. Then we start tilting the pelvis back, and then we tilt them forward. We continue in this way, isolating this tilting movement. And then it happens almost by itself. We start shifting the body weight. So when we tilt back, we give more body weight to the knees and the toes. So the front of the body is extending. And then we do the opposite. When we tilt the pelvis to the front, we give more body weight to the buttocks, to the back of the knees and to the heels. So we are back bending. And then when continuing in this way, we are still working only with the lower part of the body. It's even harder if you try to isolate the movement. And when you get familiar with this type of movement, then come back to your breath. You might notice that we were holding the breath, maybe even creating tension in the body and in the upper body especially. Once you get familiar, introduce the breath as well, and then start to wave the upper body as well. And then next time, come back to standing, arms up and back, open with your chest, and as you exhale, start bending the elbows together in front of you, rounding the spine, going all the way down in a nice forward fold. Releasing the hands down, inhaling, unfolding all the way up. More body weight to your knees and toes, extending the front of the body. Arms opening and back. Chin toward your chest, rounding the spine, elbows bent, going all the way down in the forward fold. And we repeat in this way. You can go at your own pace. One more time. Next time you're into your forward fold Uttanasana, pass your arms over your head, interlace your fingers, extending the elbows. Bending more your right knee and twisting toward your left. Back toward the center, other side. A couple of times more. Again, breathe in. I suggest to exhale anytime that you enter into the twist. And back toward the center. And slowly release your arms, coming all the way up to stand. Separating the feet slightly more and pointing the feet out. Bending the knees, coming into a plie. And inhaling, arms reaching up, extend your legs as well and come up to your toes. Heels up. As you exhale, twist toward your right, opening your arms on a T shape. Inhaling back toward the center, arms up. Exhale, plie. Inhaling up, toes, and twist. Inhale back toward the center. Plie, exhale. Inhale up, one more time. Exhaling, twist, first side. Inhaling up. Exhaling, plie. Careful if you have also obstacles around you. Inhaling up. Exhaling, twisting on the second side. Inhaling up. Exhale, plie. And back up. Big step to the back of your mat. Horse squat, so you open wider your legs. Feet pointing out, knees pointing out. Let's open our arms. And then bring your left hand toward the right. Big circles behind you all the way toward your left side. Open once again your arms on a T shape. We continue in this way. I just switch the side. So this time I go with the right hand toward the left. Big circle behind me. All the way the arms toward the right. Opening. And I continue in this way. Continue to breathe. Slow, mindful movement. The more you squat down, the more your legs are working. So if you're tired, just lift up a bit more your legs. Couple of times more. We meet once again in the horse squat. Inhaling, coming up, maybe on the toes. Exhaling back down to the squat. Inhaling up, maybe heels up, and back down. Stay into your horse squat, arms opening. Go into Vikrasana tree pose, all the body weight to your left leg. Right foot lifting up, pointing the toes. And back to the horse squat. Landing gracefully. So managing your strength. Slowly back down to the horse squat, and we continue in this way a couple of times more. Last time, each side. Back to the squat. Nice fold in here, hook the opposite elbow, swinging side to side. Come back toward the center, turn your right foot toward the right, so to the front of your mat. From this position, the back heel is up. Coming all the way up to a high lunge or crescent lunge. Big circle with your arms all the way behind you. And slowly moving forward. Tilting your pelvis, straight spine, your arms come in front of you, and we continue in this way. Crescent lunge, opening, doing a back bend in here, and then moving forward. Let's continue. Again, mindful of your own breath. As you inhale, you move up, you open the chest, so the lungs can really breathe in the air. And as you move forward, rounding a bit, you are exhaling, squeezing the air out. One more. Release your hands down, the left knee down for low lunge. From here we start moving, so we give a bit more body weight to the front foot, stretching the inner thighs, and then we move all the way back, flexing the front foot, tuck the toes behind you. You can maybe even sit on your heel. And we continue in this way, swinging forward, swinging back. Let's continue. Moving with your breath. One more time. And sit all the way down for hero pose variation. The left foot is outside your left buttock. Sit pose on the floor. Hands behind you, bending the elbows. Releasing down, rounding slightly your spine in here. And then pressing forward and arching the spine. So we are extending the spine as we move forward. And bending as we go down. Let's continue in this way. And then stay up, open the right hip and the right foot toward the right. Turn your right hand behind you, coming up for wild thing. The hips move up, buttocks move up. Open with your chest, option to push up with the left foot. So you're stretching the quads as well. And then slowly coming back. Press forward, use your hands to help you in here. And then stepping back to the dog. Let's step the left foot in between the hands. High lunge or crescent lunge on the left side. Again, we do circles with the arms. Again, mindful of your own breath. Notice if you tend to hold the breath as you struggle with the balance, with keeping the balance as you move in this transition. Then slowly moving forward, releasing the hands down, the right knee down, low lunge. Moving the body weight forward. Exhaling, moving back toward the back heel, flex the front foot. And again. Let's continue in this way. You can certainly go slower than me. Maybe you want to have a deeper breath. One more. And let's sit all the way down. The right foot now is next to your right buttock. The hands behind you. And again we arch the spine. And then we bend the elbows, rounding the spine. Let's continue in this way. Inhaling, moving up. It's a sort of cat-cow movement, isn't it? Mindful of the spinal movement, how these affect your hips and probably also the extended leg as well. Notice how everything is connected, although we try to isolate the movement. Back to a neutral position. Rotate the left hand for wild thing and open the left hip toward the left foot also open, pressing all the way up. Option to press with the right foot as well. And then slowly back down, moving all the way forward. This time semicircle with your left hip. We come to our knees for Ustrasana camel pose, but we flow again, so we do a bit of spinal movement. So from here, let's lift up, tuck your toes. We move first with the right arm, so we swing the right arm up and back. In the meantime, the left arm follow, the right hand on the right heel. Extend the left arm back. And coming back, all the way, sitting down in Balasana Child Pose. We continue pressing up, tuck your toes. This time the left arm is leading, the right arm is following. For Camel Pose, the left hand on the left heel. Right arm extending back. And let's continue in this way. A couple of rounds more. Again at your own pace. Inhaling as you open into the camel pose. And exhaling as you round and release into child pose. One more round. Take a moment to appreciate your own body. Noticing your own breath. Then slowly lifting yourself up. For Supta Virasana recline hero pose. Release the buttocks in between your feet. Knees, hips and apart. Hands behind you, fingers facing your buttocks. Releasing yourself all the way down to the floor. Placing one hand on the belly, the other one on your chest. Again, mindful of your own breath. You can decide to extend the spine, coming more in a sort of back bend, so the back of your head will be on the floor, or maybe try to flatten your spine as I'm doing. Let's watch a couple of our own inhalations and exhalations. And then slowly from your position, coming all the way up. Coming up to the dog. And then slowly releasing yourself all the way down on the floor. Opening your arms toward the sides of your mat. Coming to your fingertips in and in, moving up. Press with the toes on the floor, the pubic bone on the floor. Exhaling, releasing the belly and the chest on the forehead. In and moving up. Exhaling, releasing down. And again, in and in. Exhaling. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Come to Sphinx pose. Pressing up. Allowing a bit of movement, swinging the hips and the spine, right and left. And then releasing down. Extending the left arm in front of you. Right foot behind so that you can swing all the way back, lying down on your back. Opening the arms on a T shape with the hands facing up, palms facing the ceiling. Let's bend the knees toward the chest. And then release your knees toward the right. Extend the left leg so the left foot goes toward your right hand. Then swing the left leg back toward the center. Release your knees toward the left, right leg extended semicircle toward your left hand. And let's continue in this way. You might need to elevate a bit your feet instead of really sweeping the feet on the floor, depending on your mat and also the space that you have in your house. Again, mindful of your own breathing. Don't get frustrated if you don't have enough space to move, but try to be creative and adjust the movement to the space that you have. Let's do one more round each side. And back toward the center. Rolling all over so that you can come to lie down on your belly. Place your hands behind your shoulders, tuck your toes, pressing up to plank, back to the dog. Release your forearms down on the floor for dolphin pose, and we move between dolphin and forearms plank, but waving, so move your feet slightly backward, so it's a kind of a wide dolphin pose. And then start bending the knees and start waving all the way forward to forearms plank, and then waving back to this wide dolphin. Let's continue in this way. Coming back to dolphin. Stay here a couple of breaths, or maybe take Pincha Mayurasana. And then release all the way down in Balasana, child pose. A moment of gratitude toward your body and everything that it can do for you on the yoga mat as well as in your daily life. Slowly coming up, tucking the toes back to the dog. From the dog, jump your feet in between your legs. Coming to sit into Navasana, opening the arms, exhaling round and hug yourself. Inhaling open, extend the arms, exhaling round, hug yourself. And again, inhale, Exhale. 2 more. Next time, go all the way down, lower back on the floor. Keep your arms relaxed next to you and start swinging the legs like a scissor movement. And then release. Hug your knees to your chest, making circles with the lower back in both directions. Place your hands under your knees, rock back and forward, jumping back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Dhanurasana, bow pose, inhaling, waving forward. Exhaling, slow movement to the floor through chaturanga. Bending the knees, grabbing the ankles from the outside, bow pose. And slowly release. Leave your left arm on the floor, right foot behind you. Release, coming back. Extend the right arm on the right, palm on the floor, left knee opening, left hip opening, left foot behind you. And back. Pressing up to plank. Downward dog. Jump your feet in between your hands, come into seat. Marichasana. I start with the left leg this time, just to change the autopilot that commands me to always start from the right side. So left knee toward your chest, the left hand behind you. Big inhalation, creating space. And as you exhale, twisting toward your left side. Stay with the left foot on the inside of your right leg, because we are going to practice a side crow pose. So from your twist, continue to hold your twist and release the hands down on the floor, swinging your body weight to your arms, lifting up maybe the left foot as well. Slowly release back to your twist, counter twist to the right side, and come back. Through a sort of pistol squat, we move forward, hands in front of you. Extend the right leg all the way up for a standing split or a warrior 3 variation, your choice. Bend the right knee, moving all the way up, torso up, right knee to your chest, round your spine in here. Inhaling, opening for a Lord of the Dancer variation, arching the spine. And back, rounding. And extend. The right leg in front of you, pistol squat to go all the way down on the floor. Stay in twist over your right side. And release. Extend both legs. Bending the right knee toward your chest. Create a bit of space on your right side. Inhaling, creating space for your twist is coming. Marichasana. twisting toward your right side. Stay here, enjoy this spinal twist. Try to feel if the twist is happening in the middle back, the thoracic spine. Or if you're going more into rotating your hips or maybe the neck, the cervical spine. And then get ready for the crow pose. Both hands down on the floor, shifting the body weight to your hands. And then slowly back to your Marichyasana. Counter twisting on the left side. Back toward the center. Shift your body weight forward. Hands in front of you. Swing the left leg back. Standing split or warrior three variation, your choice. Moving up with your torso. Big inhalation here, rounding the spine. Bend the knees toward your chest. And then open, arching your spine, coming to a Lord of Dancers variation. Bending once again, round, hug your knee. And then extend the left leg, pistol squat to go all the way down. And release, twisting toward your left. I am back. Release both feet down, hug yourself in here. Notice how it is your breath right now. And then slowly around your spine, belly toward your spine, going all the way down. Arms next to your torso. Legs are reaching up toward the ceiling, give a nice shaking here. If you like, you can also shake the wrist. If you like, exhale through the mouth. A couple of times more at your own pace. And then slow down the movement. Eventually come into stillness. Releasing the feet down, feet together, knees opening toward the sides for Baddha Konasana legs. Keep the lower back in contact with the floor. Placing your hands on your belly, or maybe one on the belly, the other one on your chest. Let's take 10 conscious breaths together. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale, release the shoulders toward the floor. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Notice if there are distractions in the mind. Exhale 9. Last one, inhale. Exhale, 10. Release the method of counting the breath. But see if you can stay present. A few more of your own inhalation and exhalation. Appreciating the stillness of this asana. Knowing that your breath is always there as an anchor to the present moment. With a slow and mindful transition, curl toward your favorite side. Come up to sit, keeping your eyes closed or a soft gaze on the floor in front of you. Join your palms in front of your heart center. Aware of your surroundings, sounds, noises. Getting clear in where you're going next. Bring your forehead to your fingertips, bowing in front of yourself. Thank you for having practiced with me. Namaste. Take good care of yourself. See you next time. Ciao.